BMF Immortal, and it's cool. Like sometimes we switch perspectives, so it's from a law enforcement perspective.
Oh wow!
Instead of it being from the the actual hustler side of the aspirational side. Is the
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
They ain't telling nobody. Because if you're telling, you can't even look forward to going home.
Okay, so 50 Cent blasted Lil Meech and posted video footage and evidence of him allegedly snitching on his security. The security, who ended up taking the fall for everything, said that he was asleep when Lil Meech threw everything in his lap.
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, sir, listen, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out after the fact.
You know, I never done that, man. I don't even know where they come up with that, man. And then the guy's a rat, man. He's been working for the feds for 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? Cooperate. So you can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork. If I was ratting, it'd be on CNN. You know what I mean?
Word on the block is it just got real. Big Meech reportedly fired off a heavy warning to 50 Cent straight through a text message. The message, keep my son's name out your mouth, or things about to get ugly. And no, this ain't some online rumor spinning out of control. This got triggered right after 50 Cent leaked wild body cam footage showing Lil Meech in the back of a squad car during a late night traffic stop. And in that clip, things ain't looking too good for him, and according to the dude who was with him that night, his old friend, Lil Meech didn't just talk, he pointed fingers. That same friend is now speaking out, saying he ended up locked up because of what went down. And guess what? He's riding with 50 now, backing his story loud and clear.
Sam, do you have anything else on you at this point?
No, sir, I promise I don't.
Okay.
Just an actor, sir.
No, I understand.
Man.
Do you have a concealed weapons permit or anything like that?
No, I don't, sir. They left that in my bag. My little brother, he was outside waiting for me, sir. I promise, sir, that's not mine.
Okay.
Let's not act brand new. 50's been coming at the Meech fam hard lately. What started as some online shade has blown up into pure chaos. Every time 50 posts something, it's like lighting a fuse. And Big Meech, he's done staying silent. The pressure's building fast, and if 50 keeps poking the hornet's nest, this thing might spiral way out of control. Now let's break down that footage that's got everyone talking. The video shows Lil Meech and his then close friend both getting detained during a traffic stop. They were split into separate squad cars, and everything got recorded. In one clip, you hear Lil Meech asking the cop, "Did you find the other stuff?" Right after the officer mentioned already finding something. That one line, game changer. The cop had just said there wasn't enough to make it a problem.
I have security guards, sir. I'm an actor.
Okay.
See how much jewelry I have on me? I went to private school. I'm a good kid, man.
He's saying that he's an actor and he has private security guards.
Does he have security weapons permission?
No,
No, he doesn't have a...
Listen, sir, I was going to tell you.
His ID and everything's supposedly in the bag.
Listen, sir, I want to tell you 1 second. I fly every week, sir. I have security guards, and we are rushing to the airport. I have a premiere. I'm an actor. That's why I have a big chain. Me and 50 Cent have a TV show. Okay. Sir, this will ruin my life.
But the moment Meech said that, the vibe flipped. Cops started digging deeper, and from there, it was a wrap. That friend now claims if Meech had just stayed quiet, none of this would have happened. He calls it betrayal, straight up. And here's where it gets even crazier, because now that same friend is linking with 50, calling out Lil Meech for choosing self-preservation over loyalty. They're saying he flipped when things got hot, and now it's all spilling into the public. It's messy, it's loud, and nobody knows where this is headed. Enter 3 Luck, the man right in the middle of the mess. He hopped on Instagram and let it all fly. No filters, no holding back. He dropped a full carousel of throwback pics, showing him and Lil Meech hanging tough, like brothers before everything went sideways. Right alongside those memories, that same body cam footage 50 had already leaked. But this time, it came with his version of what went down. And it's wild. According to 3 Luck, that traffic stop wasn't even random. He says Lil Meech flipped on him the second things got hot, claimed Meech made it seem like the charges were his while he was passed out in the car, clueless. In the caption, he let it all out. "Reason I gotta do Fed time." He put it out there crystal clear, who he blames for how things played out. He accused Lil Meech of being fake.
He actually came and got me before I even knew I could even act at all, before acting was even a thought. My dad called me one day and told me that he wanted me to fly to Atlanta in his presence so I could meet 50 for the first time and see the first casting that he was doing. You know, so I flew out there and it was lined around the street.
Said when loyalty was supposed to be the code, Meech pulled the opposite. But he didn't stop at Meech. He even came for Big Meech, claiming he raised someone who ain't built like that. 3 Luck painted the whole thing like backstab after backstab. He even said Meech admitted feeling guilty and tried to make it right with money. But the trust already shattered. The worst part, he's saying Meech not only turned his back on him, he played dirty behind 50's back too. And then came the most savage part. 3 Luck quoted Meech's own words from the clip. "Why you asking 12 if they got the guns and other stuff off me?" Then doubled down, saying that's exactly why he ended up behind bars. "This ain't loyalty," 3 Luck wrote. "This ain't real." He said the only reason he ever rode for Lil Meech was because he thought he was solid, but now he's saying it was all cap. According to 3 Luck, this wasn't just about money. It was his whole life falling apart. He says he lost his business, his grind, and now he's missing out on time with his kid. All cause Lil Meech allegedly flipped on him during that traffic stop. This ain't just about cash, it's personal, it's deep. Then he dropped a line that cut like a blade. He said, "These the same dudes that scream death before dishonor." But it's just words like saying, "I love you." To him, all that talk don't mean a thing if the actions don't match. Meanwhile, Lil Meech, silent, not a post, not a peep, no clapbacks, no statements. But guess who did jump in fast and loud? You already know, 50 Cent. That man never stays quiet when the drama's cooking. 50 slid into the mix with zero hesitation. He threw up a screenshot from power star Michael Rainey Jr.'s IG story, co-signing the shade like a pro. And the caption, pure 50. He aimed straight at Lil Meech, dropping those trademark jabs, making it very clear whose side he's on. This ain't no harmless back and forth anymore. This is full-on public war. And it's getting hotter with every new post. 50 went savage mode with the shade. He started light, giving props to Michael Rainey Jr., but the message had teeth. He posted, "I'm proud of you, Michael. I checked your page. LOL. See what happens when you don't waste your life on pills and Chrome Hearts jeans." Oof. Sounded playful, but everyone knew who he was coming for. That wasn't a random fashion critique. It was a missile aimed at Lil Meech. But 50 didn't stop there. He doubled down. Just hours later, he reposted the same body cam footage. Yep, the one with Lil Meech in the back of the squad car. Only this time, he threw in screenshots from 3 Luck himself, laying it all out. And the caption, brutal, "Yo, how you gonna toss your stash on your boy's lap while he knocked out? Like, here, this yours, LOL." That line alone had social media in a frenzy. People were debating, dissecting, and dragging every angle. But 50, he kept the pressure on. He went in again, posting a still from the BMF series. Now keep in mind, that show was built to honor Big Meech's legacy, the rise of the empire. But 50 used it to troll. This time, his caption flipped the whole vibe. He clowned Meech for messing up Pop. First, he went to the airport with heat in his bag and freaked out. Every post, sharper than the last. And now the line between entertainment and real-life beef is getting blurry. This is no longer just about TV roles or clout, it's real tension. And it's all happening out in the open. But hold up, it gets even crazier. Right after all that, Lil Meech pulled the classic "You Know Who I Am" move at the airport. No joke, he name-dropped hard. And yeah, he even threw out 50 Cent's name like it was some kind of backstage pass to skip consequences. He said it loud, hoping that being tied to 50 would shut everything down. Like airport security was just gonna say, "Oh, you cool then." But nah, it didn't land like that. Meech was scrambling, trying to flex fame when things got real hot. And if there's one thing everybody knows about 50 Cent, it's that he lives for this kind of mess. He collects drama like trophies, and when that fresh body cam footage dropped, showing Lil Meech supposedly flipping on his own boy, that was straight up gold for 50. Since then, he's been on an Instagram rampage, throwing shots left and right, getting bolder with every post. But now, things just leveled up. Because guess who finally stepped in? Big Meech himself, and he ain't here for the games. After watching 50 toss around those snitch accusations at Lil Meech and throw slick shade at Big Meech's parenting, the OG finally broke his silence. He posted a series of throwback pics with his son and dropped a bold caption, "Nothing can stop us. We all the way up." Yeah, it sounded like father-son love, but make no mistake, that was a direct shot back. Behind the scenes though, it gets even more serious. Word is, Big Meech didn't just make a public post. He moved quiet but strong. Whispers in the industry say he reached out personally to someone deep in 50's circle, a long-standing ally. And the message? Crystal clear. Tell him to stop playing with my son, or else. That's the kind of warning that don't need to be loud. It just needs to be real. And now the streets are buzzing. People are reading between the lines, and the energy has definitely shifted. See, Big Meech never been the type to hop on IG and go off in the comments. That ain't his lane, but that's silence. It's loud now. Folks behind the scenes say this could be bubbling into something way deeper than what we see online. And here's where it starts to get even heavier. Word is some producers tied to the BMF series, yep, the same show 50's been proudly backing, have quietly started stepping back, pulling out, distancing themselves. Why? Some think they don't want to get caught in the crossfire if this drama explodes into something bigger, something that can't be patched up with a post or press release. Because let's be real, this didn't all kick off with just the leaked footage or 50's shady captions. Now, the real spark, it started months ago when Big Meech linked up with none other than Rick Ross. And everybody knows Rick Ross is one of 50's longtime rivals. That move alone lit the fuse, and right after it happened, 50 snapped. He went online and accused Big Meech of something major. He straight up suggested that Meech had worked with the feds to cut time off his sentence. 50 even posted what he claimed were court documents and started pointing fingers at a woman named Tammy Cowens, someone who's been tied to Meech for a long time. He tried to say she helped move certain paperwork that made it possible for Big Meech to slide out early under the First Step Act, and hinted that Meech might have agreed to something in return. Yeah, 50 went there, and now everything from IG shade to court talk is spinning into a tangled, high-stakes mess. Word on the street, that whole $5 million Lil Meech made from BMF, gone, all of it. Not flipped into investments, not dropped into real estate, no trust funds, no generational wealth moves, just fast whips, flashy chains, designer fits, and now nothing but receipts and regrets. 3 years later, zip the show for it. So yeah, 50 Cent might be stirring the pot, but he ain't exactly lying. This man didn't just hand Lil Meech an opportunity, he built one for him, paid for acting classes, co-signed him on a hit show, gave him a spotlight that most people grind their whole lives to get. From the outside, it looks like Meech fumbled the whole bag, but let's not act like it's black and white, because the snitching talk, that's where things get murky, real murky. Now, folks from Lil Meech's own camp are clapping back at 50. They're saying he's the one playing games with loyalty, that he only throws around the word snitch when it fits his storyline. They're calling him out for picking sides and flipping the rules based on who's in his circle and who's not. And that opens up a whole other conversation. Did 50 really think Big Meech turned on him? Or did he just snap when he saw him linking with Rick Ross? Is this whole thing about loyalty or just straight ego? Now that Big Meech has clapped back quietly but firmly through those private channels, is this just an old school loyalty war that's turned into a messy new school beef? This was supposed to be about legacy, a father and son building something historic. But now, it's a full-blown tug of war over pride, power, and perception. The BMF legacy, it's hanging in the balance. So here's the real question. Did 50 shine a light on something nobody else wanted to speak on? Or did he just blow up the very bridge he built out of pride? Because yeah, Lil Meech might have fumbled the moment. But now people are starting to question whether 50's playing this game too cold. Who really betrayed who? Was it about clout, ego, or something way deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading them all. And don't forget, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss a single drop of the real, raw, and unfiltered drama we're bringing your way. This story ain't done yet, not even close.